just not enough. And we get set for the big boys. 91 kilograms. We're looking at what's interesting about this heavyweight class is unlike the others that we have seen, save the 46 and 9 kilogram contest, there are only 3 quotas in the heavyweights, which means that nobody has qualified for London just yet. The winner of this bout and the winner of the next bout will take 2 of those quotas.
Bout number 141, referee from France, Serge Hermosilla.
Juízes.
Judes, Casimir Mietla, Amur Abderrahim, José Del Puerto, Pietro Venturo, and Thomas Guerre.
As you see, waiting in the hallway to enter is Samir El-Mais from Canada.
Na categoria 91 quilos, no corner vermelho, atleta do Canadá.
Weight category 91 kilograms, and red corner from Canada, Samir El-Mais.
Looks like a mountain of a man. Samir El-Mais, 31 years old. He's got 60 amateur bouts under his belt. And Yamil Peralta de Argentina starts to sashay his way into the ring to box out of the blue corner. These are the heavyweights at the 2012 AIBA American Olympic qualifying event. There are 3 quotas left. The winner of this contest gets 1 of them. The loser could get the other one, but we won't find out until tomorrow. We'll have to see. These guys are going to have to fight their hearts out all the way through. Every punch thrown needs to be punched through their opponent. Serge Hermosilla from France is the referee for this contest. Now you can really start to feel the tension, not only because these are the heavyweights, but also because of what's on the line. Winner takes the fate in his own hands. Loser has to try and slip in the back door to London. Here we go, folks. Peralta, only 20 years old, took the bronze at the Pan American Games last year in Guadalajara, Mexico. He was at the AIBA World Championships in 2011 as well. El-Mais, on the other hand, while he was also at the World Championships, he took first place at the Canadian National Championships this year. So you're looking at guys that know about winning. El-Mais in the red, Peralta in the blue. El-Mais comes forward, throws a big left hook, falls short. The taller Peralta boxing on the outside. Both boxers in the orthodox style. Neither quite engaged just yet. There's a right to the body. That looks like a telling shot. If Peralta could continue to do what he just did, which is throw long right hands to the belly of El-Mais, those are scoring punches. As long as he could retreat quick enough to avoid the big right counter by El-Mais, that may prove to be a very intriguing strategy for the Argentinian. There it is again, a right to the body by Peralta. And the hard-charging El-Mais comes forward. Peralta locks up with him, throws a baby right hand hook to the head, does El-Mais, and the referee issues a caution for that. And now the boxers are looking for an opportunity. There's a left hand by Peralta. El-Mais comes forward with a lunging left hook. It's ducked by Peralta. They lock up here. And Peralta trying to hold the hand, or the arm rather, of El-Mais, who's trying to break free. The referee is going to issue a caution for that. Keep his head up, he tells Peralta. Peralta throws a long left hook, partially blocked by El-Mais. There's another left hand, and El-Mais comes forward with a left and a right to the body by Peralta. A left hook by Peralta, misses. Now Peralta's back is against the ropes, and El-Mais needs to get his hands going. He needs to start throwing more punches. He needs to start scoring more punches. Peralta racked up a few, it seemed, at least a couple earlier in the round. And El-Mais has not quite gotten his hands going yet. He throws the big right haymaker, does El-Mais. He's looking to score that one big shot, so it seems, here in the first round. We haven't had a knockdown yet in this afternoon's contests, but will El-Mais be able to make the first one happen with that big haymaker right? We're going to find out. When these big boys let their hands go, it only takes one punch. And El-Mais throws a big left hand. Peralta would be well served to keep that right hand up at all times. And the left hand for that matter. That left hand is low. Peralta needs to be careful for that haymaker. There's 10 seconds left here in round number 1 at the Maracanazinho Gymnasium in Rio de Janeiro. We are watching the heavyweights try and get their ticket to London. And after one round, we see Yamil Peralta from Argentina with a 5-4 victory in round 1. So that is how it's going to go into round 2. Let's take a look at some of the action we just saw. Saw how the right hand of Peralta got tied up in the ropes as he was trying to escape the hard charging El-Mais. Nice left counter by Peralta. That one scored to the chin of El-Mais. And there's a straight right hand followed by a left misses counter to the body by El-Mais. So El-Mais does a good job keeping himself in this contest despite the busier Peralta throwing more punches. It's a 1-point deficit for El-Mais going into this round. These boys are not just fighting for themselves, they're not just fighting for their families, they are fighting for their countries, who are riding their backs, hopefully, to London. There's a lot on these broad shoulders of these heavyweights right now. Left jab by El-Mais falls short. Now a little showboating by Peralta, sticks his right hand up as he throws his left, does nothing to phase the stone-faced Samir El-Mais. Right hand misses by El-Mais, and Peralta doing a good job keeping distance, circling. They tie up here in the center. The referee issues a caution to El-Mais and to Peralta to keep his head up. Boxing continues. Left hand by Peralta. Left hand jab by Peralta, blocked by El-Mais. Mais charges forward, continues to hunt his man down now, and El-Mais throws that big right hand as Peralta's up against the ropes. Boy, I tell you, it's only a matter of inches. If El-Mais can connect with that big right hand to the head of Peralta, it could be an early afternoon. Right hand to the belly by Peralta. And now they're locked up here as action has reached a lull here in the center of round number 2. It's very much a chess match as Peralta tries to land punches from the outside through the good defense of El-Mais, while El-Mais tries to get inside and land that big haymaker. One false move for either boxer is all it shall take. Connected with authority. There's under a minute to go here in round number 2. And now El-Mais looks like he's starting to close the gap on Peralta. Could be Peralta tiring just a little. Oh, a big right hand by El-Mais, scored to the head, and the referee's going to call it cuffing, so maybe he didn't get a scoring blow, but I'll tell you, that had to rattle, completely rattle the head of Peralta, because that was a thudding punch. You heard it from the upper decks. And now Mais continues to press There's under 30 seconds to go here in the round. Big left hand by El-Mais. That was a left hook that scored, and he really is starting to close the distance. He is landing heavier shots on Peralta, and Peralta has got to be careful. He's got to keep his hands up, and he needs to keep the distance. El-Mais is closing the gap. There's a big right hand up against the ropes. So I have a feeling that this tide is starting to turn here for El-Mais here in round number 2. Let's get the official score. It was a 5-4 round for Peralta, so he may have scored more points, but I will tell you for sure El-Mais scored the heavier punches. And while it's not about heavy punching in the points category, it certainly is about it in the RSC category. If El-Mais could land enough of those power shots, he's going to start to break down the confidence of Peralta, and that may be all it takes to finish this one in the third. Take a look at some of that action there from round number 2. We see Peralta, looks like he already has a slight cut above the left eye, no doubt from that big right hand of El-Mais. Will he be able to hold on to this lead going into, or rather coming out of the third round? He's got the lead coming into it. Will he be able to hold on to it coming out of it? El-Mais from Canada, Peralta from Argentina. Peralta, the busier boxer, scoring more points through 2 rounds. El-Mais, the dog that just won't let go to the leg of the person he's biting. Right now, El-Mais is hungry, and he's getting very close. Peralta keeping his distance, throws a nice lead right hand and scores, but back comes El-Mais with a right of his own. And now the referee issues a caution to Peralta. So El-Mais continues to press the action. He throws a right to the body, well executed. And now good job by Peralta turning his man. Peralta now has Mais up against the ropes. Can Peralta become the busier and harder puncher here in round number 3, or will he just stay busier from the outside? He looked to show signs of power punching there in the first minute of round number 3. Was it just a flash in the pan, or does he really have it in him here? And now Peralta gets off the ropes. Luckily, it's not where you want to be against a hard punching Samir El-Mais. Peralta really has his hands full, but he's doing yeoman's work, scoring punches whilst staying out of harm's way. There's a big right hand as El-Mais puts the full weight of his body on Peralta up against the ropes. A lot of heart by Peralta. He eats another big left hand right there, but again, it's not the power of the punches in the scorer's eyes. It's just the clean punching and quantity of punches. And there's a good shot by Samir, but back comes Peralta with the right hand. So those canceled each other out. It's still a very engaging contest here, as either man could come away with this victory. And remember, the winner is going to London for sure. The loser may be able to get a ticket to London before he leaves Rio this weekend, but we won't know about that until tomorrow's events are over. Right hand to the head by Samir. So Samir needs to keep his punch output up. He can't just rely on that haymaker at this point, because there's only 40 seconds left. If it doesn't come, he loses. He needs to continue to throw punches in bunches, going to the body and to the head, willing to put it all on the line, risk getting knocked out himself in order to stop his opponent. He's down on the points. There's 30 seconds left. Can he do it? Can he bring the glory to Canada? It would be an unbelievable achievement. And Peralta continues to keep the distance. And now the crowd is starting to let their hands clap. And there's a left hand by Peralta that looked like it may have slightly stunned Samir, but certainly not enough to make any real difference. Samir jumps on his man in the waning seconds of round number 3. It looks like the Argentinian may have done enough to hold on to his victory. He was up 5-4 in the first. He was up 5-4 in the second, was Yamil Peralta. We will get the official score in just a moment, folks. Again, the winner of this contest gets his ticket to London punched. Who will it be, Canada or Argentina? We are going to find out in just a moment. This is Castle calling the fights live for you from Rio de Janeiro.
O vencedor por pontos com placar de 15-12.
Official result, the winner by points, 15-12, the blue corner.
And there it is, another 5-4 round. It doesn't get closer than that. 5-4, 5-4, and you got it 5-4 with a final of 15-12. The winner, Yamil Peralta. So he gets the victory here. He's off to London, and El-Mais still has a shot. We'll see. First, we have to see the next contest, also in the heavyweight division. And look at some action here from the last round. The busier Peralta through all 3 rounds. He showed good heart. He wasn't scared of that big right hand of El-Mais, which is important. And he pulls out the victory. Here you see El-Mais coming in, and as he does, he gets clipped with a right hand by Peralta, which was the case for much of this contest. Right hand over the top by Peralta, more effective than the left to the body by El-Mais. The story of the contest. There's a lunging left hook by Samir, but remember that was a round punch, whereas Peralta's were the straight punches, and you know that the straight punch